Okay. Hi, everyone, or I guess whoever sees this. My name is Madeline Welsh, and I will be presenting my third case study. I do want to warn you, I've had a bit of an off day. Had to re-record this multiple times. Um, so yeah, let's get into it. So for client information, I will be using the same client I discussed in the first case study. So an anonymous name will be used for the purpose of it. We're calling her Jane. She is 6 years old. She has autism spectrum disorder, and her main behaviors of current concern are mostly non-compliance, tantrums, and the occasional physical aggression. Other important information is Jane lives with mom and sees dad on the weekends. Mom speaks mostly Spanish and dad speaks mostly English. So as a result, Jane speaks both. um, so for stimulus equivalence, which I believe is the first task list item, for just a quick example, again, the client speaks both English and Spanish. So as an example, she can identify her dog as Perro. Sorry for that horrible um, pronunciation. So once she learned what dog was in Spanish, she immediately knew to identify her dog as dog. Okay, so we wanted to focus on tacting, and the biggest issue was she mostly knew English, but mom was trying to teach her Spanish um, to be able to better communicate with her family members. Um, so we were focusing on tacting just at first. And so in this case, the stimulus class was to really accept any form of the word. So if we were to hold up a picture of a flower, we would accept that word in both English and Spanish. So if we were, for example, working on community helpers, which she does, um, we would hold up a picture of a fireman or a firefighter, and we would accept firefighter and the Spanish word bombero. Um, so the teaching procedure for that intervention was she very often uses a token board. So while we were working on tacting, we would reward a token every time the client correctly identified an item, a person, an animal, anything. So the client would receive it for any language used, whether it be English or Spanish. And this is just a quick little thing I put together. Took me like a minute, so it's not the best. But this is just like kind of a quick example of the derived stimulus relations. So, for example, she has a dog um, named Blue, and I'm pointing as if you can see. Geez, okay. If excuse me, I'm sorry. I blanked. If okay, sorry. So she knew the word. She knew the word dog in English, and she could identify it with her dog. Um, Once the word was taught in Spanish, she didn't have to be taught to relate that to her dog. She knew automatically dog or perro means dog, so therefore blue is perro. Um, so that was the main so sorry, I'm having a day. That was the main like method for teaching. She We used this kind of intervention with the token board. And the token board was, or for, with tacting, sorry. But we used the token board to kind of increase motivation for it. So we would like present a picture of anything and we would take, I don't know if you can hear that. I'm so sorry, that's my dog. And we would take any language she answered in, whether that be English or Spanish. I'm very sorry for this presentation. It is messy. I will send an email and let the professor know. That's the presentation. Yeah. Thank you. Oops. How do I turn this off?